It is Rockin' Larry Locken, and I have a being here that's going to come through that I haven't channeled in quite a while now. He's one of my favorites. He's the little blue guru from Pleiades. The story about how I encountered him is really amazing. But we're going to hear from him. It's been a while. We've got 3 questions for him. I'm going to start him off with the first one. This one comes from Sarah in Pawtucket, Massachusetts. She wanted to ask the Little Blue Guru, she sent in by email, she wants to know, Little Blue Guru, what is really the difference between consciousness and intelligence? Are they not the same thing?
Intelligence is the ability to learn, process, and retain redundant facts thoroughly. When we say redundant, dear child, we are speaking of situations and equations that typically have the same stationary answers and antidotes to reach their respective conclusions when discussed or demonstrated. Some examples might be a basic math or scientific equation in your realm. Sweet child, intelligence truly speaks to the quickening ability to process things of that nature. Wisdom is more of a take a step back. Look at the entire perspective. Consider experience you may have had with whatever it is you may be dealing with, but know at the same time that every situation presents its own set of uniqueness. Consciousness is more of a spiritual way of understanding, whereas you could think of intelligence as a perpetual script of regurgitatable facts used over and over again. With the ability to remember, think and process those types of facts quickly with a thorough consistency. Then again, consciousness is kind of that already all-knowingness, awareness, perception of an ongoing approach to life. Whereas intelligence, dear child, is an in-the-moment behavior that you use, depending on the situation that you're dealing with at the time. They certainly, like creationism and evolution, go hand in hand.
Next question comes in from Mandy in Saskatoon, Saskatchewan. She is wanting to know, you've had this one before, what the meaning of life is.
There is really no meaning to life per se. However, each life has meaning to it individually, and it varies depending on your level of growth and understanding. It can carry a different meaning for you in that time. Sweet ones, the reality of it is that this is a question that could be broke down from now until the end of your illusionary time. However, a simple answer for that would be the meaning of life, you might say, is to continue to move forward, create, and expand. And we do not mean just the procreation of more souls. We're talking about the designing of planetary systems, suns, moons, stars, etc. The meaning is really something that is personal to each individual soul as far as how they might want to break that definition down.
Okay, Little Blue Guru, final question. Okay, Jessica in Modesto, California wants to know, where does hate come from? Where does the emotion of hate come from? And why is it such a pervasive hate in our society? Can you shed some light on that, on what the deal is with hate?
My child, hate is not what you would call your typical emotion. It really isn't an emotion. It is more of a learned behavior. It is an extreme of a mixture of all your negative emotions interlocking together, such as jealousy, fear, insecurity, and just plain ignorance. It is a synthetic emotion. If you want to call it an emotion that can be fanned or flamed by agendas that single out and target those with differences that one may have been taught to resent. When it boils right down to the core of it, it's a hurt deep inside that usually one has unresolved traumas that they are consciously or unconsciously trying to find some answers for. Usually in unhealthy and unproductive ways. Understanding, listening, communicating. These are some of the things that are just what the doctor ordered, you might say, to stifle the disease of hate or extreme anger. But I will close with that question by saying this. My child, love and understanding along with the modest dose of empathy never hurts to get through a situation like that for anybody involved. It was a pleasure, son, and I hope we can do this again soon in your Earth time. This is your Little Blue Guru from the Pleiadians signing off with a big namaste to all my beautiful children.
And thank you so much, Little Blue Guru. It was a pleasure, and it was good to catch up with you again. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're hearing this, and if you have any questions you'd like to ask the Little Blue Guru, you can send them into Locken, L-O-C-K-E-N, Larry, that's my name backwards, LockenLarry at gmail.com, or hit me up on one of the many social media platforms I'm on, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, everywhere. Lemonade, blue sky, purple sky, you name it, I'm on it. Yeah, hit me up, and usually we like to get about 3 questions together when we do these channelings with the little blue guru. And I'll put a playlist in the link with the other 12 or so channelings I did with him over the last year since I first encountered him. Anyway, thanks everybody. Much love. Rockin' Lockin' out.